And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors. I got to put it on split screen because they might only see me touch as I'm talking, and they're not going to understand why I'm laughing. And we are back in the day. It is. Listen, folks, you can't blame this on me. Listen, my voice almost cracked on live. I was going to make it through. I was going to make it work, but then I had Bitcoin Zay being Bitcoin Zay in the background. Today is Friday, October 8th, 2021. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. And today's top stories: why we should be paying attention to Bitcoin's transfer value. SEC approves VAWK Equity ETF providing exposure to Bitcoin-centric companies. Institutions buying Bitcoin rather than gold as inflation cranks up, says JP Morgan. And Shiba Inu coin jumps 65% after Elon Musk tweets about his dog. And more, of course, today is a FAWK Bitcoin Friday. So if you have any smoke or we got anything wrong in the past week or whenever, call in. Speaking of which, I didn't get a chance to look at the Mr. Wonderful video, but I did see the comments and everything roll in. So I appreciate you all sitting there, and I'll take a peek at that. And also wanted to give a shout out to today's show sponsor, Vantage. Of course, cryptovantage.com. You can check them out as a resource for free news and articles. You can see here they have learning about different things in crypto wallets, exchanging, buying, best of, and more. So we are using them as a great sponsorship to help promote free alternative ways to get your crypto education on as well. Just in case you're not ready to buy that masterclass yet that we sell ourselves, make sure you check out cryptovantage.com. Without further ado, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin is sitting at $54,341, down 0.3% today. Ethereum at $3,606, down 0.33%. Cardano sitting at 226 is down 2.6%. Binance Coin at $422 is down 5.2%. XRP at 107, down 0.95%. Solana at 165.88, up 4.4%. Polkadot at 33.74, down 1.5%. And last but not least, rounding out our top 10 is Dogecoin at 24 cents, down 2%. So we're seeing a lot of red in the market today. It is a Friday going into the weekend. We could see a quick sell-off simply because we have had a lot of gains over the last few days. So nothing to worry about, nothing too huge, so to say. We've only had a couple that actually pumped. So just keep on holding on. We got a long way to go.
All right. Some quick shout outs. What's going on? Goodness, Timothy, Chappie, Michael, Kennedy, Kadeem K, Crypto King, Silver Sailor. What's going on? DM Carr, Kadeem, Eric Corden, PFC Wells, Rendo like Denzel, J Soul 85, Leroy, Coach Bettis, Ret One Com. What's going on? Calvin, Leon, Blockchain Bully. I like that name. Esther, Fearless Jones. Hello. Good morning. Happy Friday to all in the chat. I see everybody starting to roll in. Let's see, one of the top stories of the day, actually, kind of going along with Bitcoin's price. We were, again, using our sponsorship today, Crypto Vantage, checking out an article on their website, but it was highly relevant to what's going on with the price right now. Why we should be paying attention to Bitcoin's transfer value. Transfer volume on the Bitcoin network has already exceeded 15 trillion US dollars in 2021 alone. And as this article says, if you're looking for a reason to declare Bitcoin a medium of exchange, then look no further than this metric. Transfer volume is measured in Bitcoin, and it's simply the record of how much Bitcoin moved from one address to another. This metric is recorded for a given period of time, but typically spoken about within the time frame of a single day. So almost every day within 2021, the transfer value has been above $50 billion. Bitcoin Zay, what do you make of this? Bitcoin Zay, and I think you are muted.
Okay, well, one of the things I've seen, I muted it. My bad. One of the things I've seen for Bitcoin is that as far as its transfer value, one of the things that we have to understand is that a lot of the metrics used to measure Bitcoin, or out of all the ones used, volume isn't used very often. So one of the things we have to understand is that if you have a lot of transfers, if you have a lot of new people in the network, that actually is a better metric for how Bitcoin will grow than just technical analysis. So I love the fact that they are paying attention to volume. And if you look at the stat right here, This stat doesn't mean that all 15 trillion of the transfer volume is being used in the economic exchange of goods and services. It also doesn't mean that it's not being used for those purposes. So, of course, this isn't an end-all be-all statistic, but it does show the more activity there is on in the Bitcoin network, the more it will expand. And everybody who thinks that Bitcoin is just a savings account, we keep telling you the medium of exchange era is coming. It only takes something like El Salvador giving it to their citizens, making it legal tender. Brazil doing the same thing. Uruguay, Paraguay, and all of these other people. So the transfers that happen in the market, you can start to see as they increase, more people are using it. So good to see here. And again, another metric that is not used very often, but very useful as well. Total transfer volume.
You know what? I kind of agree with you as far as it's showing the transfer of value, which is also just as important as that volume. And the reason why is because it's, we know how much Bitcoin there will be. We know how much is in circulation. So as these volume increases happen, or these value increases happen, where I see it as, you're literally looking at that value being displaced from another market. It looks like, of course, that will be the fiat market by and large. But essentially, everyone pays. Whether you're buying Bitcoin right now, essentially at a premium, right? While it's still early, it's still new, it hasn't all been mined or whatever. When you're buying it right now, it's at a good price and it's just yours, but you are losing money in the traditional market. So technically you are facing a value transfer. You are losing USD, fiat, rupees, wherever you live at, you are losing that fiat currency. So the thing is, are you in a market where it matters or not? If you're in a market like Venezuela, you're like, no, our fiat currency is crashing, so it doesn't matter. We got to get rid of it as soon as possible. Then that's one thing. But if you're in another market, maybe like China or even so America, because we're still backed by the military, is like, well, the dollar isn't crashing right now, essentially. So you're technically losing value in this market. And then once we actually switch to a whole Bitcoin future, the only difference would be people be earning it. Now you get paid in Bitcoin at your job. So it's one of those things where it won't matter, like value will be transferred. But this article showing volume to me kind of gives you that sentiment it was coming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good way to see what is coming. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Les Square, thank you for the tip. Much appreciated. Happy Friday to you. Okay, top story of the day. I mean, it's crazy too, because when you really read about it, I don't know, it's not what they say it is. But SEC approves VOKE Equity ETF providing exposure to Bitcoin-centric companies. This started floating around yesterday. What was really interesting, though, is that they said it was approved a couple of days prior. The news just really broke yesterday. So again, that kind of went back to my original, when it happens, it's going to be like some under the table type of stuff. But regulators have green-lighted a new exchange-traded fund that provides exposure to Bitcoin industry revolution companies, as they call it. Another buzzword. So the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, has approved the VOKE Crypto Industry Revolution and Tech ETF, providing investors with easy to access to companies with significant exposure to Bitcoin. The exchange-traded fund, which was approved on Tuesday, is intended to track so-called Bitcoin industry revolution companies, which are defined as entities that hold a majority of their net assets in Bitcoin or derive a majority of their earnings from Bitcoin mining, lending, or transacting. According to an SEC filing, they say 80% of that fund's holdings will be allocated to such companies. The prospective states, okay. So this is going to be on New York Stock Exchange, ACRA listing under the ticker symbol BTCR. At the end of the day, all this is, to me, when I saw this, all this is allowing people to do is really for like money managers, financial advisors, the people who are going to be putting you, how aggressive do you want to be? How conservative do you want to be? And they put you in these mutual funds. Like, to me, this is all that is. That's that exposure. So by and large, as a retail investor, you won't be doing it yourself. Your money manager, your financial advisor, your banker more than likely will be doing it. And then not only that is, I mean, at the best, it's just adding more interest to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Because other than that, it's not actually doing anything. You're buying an ETF into a fund that tracks Bitcoin companies. So like how diluted do you really want to get? I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? I'd rather just buy Bitcoin with that money.
I love that word, diluted. It was Bitcoin, and then it was, well, we're going to get a Bitcoin ETF, and then, well, we're going to get a Bitcoin ETF for mining companies. And here we are now with this ETF for Bitcoin mining, trading. Like, they just keep diluting it further and further, so you move further away from Bitcoin. If you invest in this, you have to rely on the companies who have to rely on Bitcoin, which you could just buy Bitcoin. Like, God damn, this is not that hard. But because they are, like you said, money managers, investors, they have to do it the correct way, which all they do is ETF everything. Anything that's valuable, they slap an ETF on it. They give them the ability to invest in it. And this is no different. The SEC approved this. So I'm already looking at it funny. They haven't approved any real Bitcoin ETFs, but they approved this one simply because I think this mitigates their risk. And companies who use Bitcoin, I think that is a good bet. I said yesterday, if you don't buy Bitcoin itself, buying stock in companies that mine Bitcoin is probably your second best investment because they're not going anywhere. Hut 8, Argo blockchain, Riot blockchain, they're not going anywhere. They're mining Bitcoin for the long haul using renewable energy. We got in Brazil, they're about to use, or Colombia, they're about to use waterfalls to mine Bitcoin. Imagine, you know what I mean? Like that's not going anywhere. Volcano mining in El Salvador, all that stuff is, something you can invest in that's outside of Bitcoin, but this ain't it. I mean, I just don't see the point of it outside of the fact that you want to get rich people in that cannot sort of buy Bitcoin at will. So good to see the SEC approve something, but it just wasn't the right ETF that we're looking for.
And what's crazy though is that, it is going to be a vehicle for the wealthy for sure, at least people with, who invest. But one of the things that's just interesting about it is that I'm trying to think about, so I'm losing my thing. I'm reading these comments, but since this provides this exposure again, like you said, it's diluted. People aren't just buying Bitcoin or the mining stocks themselves. Now they're buying this. I mean, I guess this is just their play to get people mine off of Bitcoin itself, right? Like this is another way almost to suppress the price so it won't go wild and crazy because like you said, people are knocking down doors now. They want Bitcoin. So the next thing is like, all right, you're not going to offer anything to us. We'll go do it ourselves. This is their way of almost telling like the American people, we're offering you something. But in reality, it's like, but not really. Like you're still going to this US dollar. Nobody's still buying Bitcoin with any of these transactions. So it's pretty interesting to see.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at some comments and saw some very interesting things. Let's see. Render like Denzel said, speak volumes definitely should be undermined when doing TA. That's definitely that's sure. Kadeem K, I like this idea. It might be a jack move in progress. Bitcoin say. Kadeem said this one YouTuber likes to read off how many Bitcoin gets sent at the end of his video. It's crazy. It's like 20 mil worth, a few thousand, 100 mil. It's crazy watching it. We might have to pull that idea on the show every now and then. Hey,
but no, you can see some of the big transactions and big wallets.
Shout out to that YouTuber. Seriously, no, yeah. If you haven't ever actually looked at the blockchain, people, I know everybody hasn't downloaded before and all that, but like really look at the blockchain. It's super cool. And yes, you can see the transactions live on what's the website again? Is it Bitcoin say?
It's a few. Blockchain.com. They have stats there. I mean, it's a bunch. Of course, on other stuff, Etherscan, you got Blockworks.
Yeah, Etherscan is cool. Etherscan, you can see anybody's wallet technically too. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, it's a bunch of them. So yeah, any blockchain, Block Explorer is another one. Any blockchain explorer is
Block Explorer. That's the one I was thinking of in my head. I was thinking about Block Explorer. Yep. But yeah, people, if you haven't checked it out, it is pretty cool to see live transactions. This is why we're actually pushing this for the United States government. So when we give regulators money or we give all these different people money, we can just come check out the different transactions. You can click on it and learn all about it. Except for us, we can actually put a name to an address if it's a public person, right? Or a public fund or something. Like we can do that on the back end. So this is what it looks like. There's no more hiding. There's no more secrets out here, folks, when it comes to money and transactions. All right. Here was another big story that I'm sure pumped a lot of the price today. Institutions buying Bitcoin rather than gold as inflation cranks up, says JP Morgan. That's right. According to JP Morgan, this week's rally has been driven by institutional investors hedging against inflation with Bitcoin. Said it once before, said it many times before. JP Morgan is trying to jack the narrative. They wanted to wait. We will not forget JP. I mean, if it wasn't just so egregious, it could be forgettable. But Jamie Dimon, Jamie the Dino Diamond, as we used to call him here, literally tanked the market in 2017 by going on stage at a huge conference and saying Bitcoin was fraudulent and all these negative things. But like the price dipped moments after the words left his mouth and it started to hit social media. So that's who JP Morgan is. Since then, he's been nonstop, as Bitcoin always says, talking about his bitter ex, and he's been trying to repair that JP Morgan narrative. I'm telling you now, pay attention to it, because in another 10 years, JP Morgan is going to be like, it's going to be like Bitcoin, brought to you by JP Morgan. It's going to be people, kids like, yeah, JP Morgan invented Bitcoin. Like, that will be the narrative. But according to JP Morgan, again, this week's rally has been driven by institutional investors hedging against inflation with Bitcoin. According to a note shared by JP Morgan with clients on Thursday, the recent increase in price for Bitcoin is predominantly attributed to institutional investors looking for a hedge to inflation. Is being quoted as saying the reemergence of inflation concerns among investors has renewed interest in the usage of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge. Analysts said, arguing there has been a shift in perception as to the merits of Bitcoin in relation to gold. There's been a shift in perception in 2021, Q4 2021. What are your thoughts?
You damn right it's a shift in perception. What the hell? There's no shift needed. All you need is data. Let me share the screen right here. Let me show people something real quick. All you need is one chart. This is the gold 10-year chart right here. This is where it was. Slide right on over. This is where it's at. It hasn't moved in 10 years, literally down 2% in 10 years. Of course, it's better against inflation. If you have a 10-year asset that over that time is down 2%, and then you look at inflation is constantly going up, and of course, more than usual now, of course you want to use that instead. But of course, JP Morgan came late and tried to make it seem as though they were the first people to say this. We've been talking about, I don't know how long, but of course, Michael Saylor jumps in, says his piece. He actually tweets out the implicit endorsement of Bitcoin by major banks and regulators is going to accelerate the collapse of gold and the rise of Bitcoin as a preferred safe haven store of value for both institutional and retail investors. So these are things that we've been talking about for years. I'm glad that these people who are coming late are starting to get it. We've been telling people, doesn't matter what they say about gold, how much better it is, whatever. Stats don't lie. After a while, if you got in gold in 2012 and your gold is still the exact same price, you got to be mad as hell that you didn't use that to buy Bitcoin. So those pissed off people, some of those are institutional investors. They're going to say, hey, I'm not missing this boat next time around. I'm taking this gold, this bullshit, and I'm putting it into Bitcoin because it's worthless anyway. It's only worth the value we give it. So wouldn't be surprised to see a gold crash during the Bitcoin hyper-Bitcoinization event. So
you just went there with it. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying, hey, it's not as if gold is going to go away. But you got to understand that if young people aren't buying it at all, and then there's institutional investors about to get rid of it, there's not much left for the gold buyers. Nobody's buying gold. So
I will say, from a store value point of view, true. The only thing I'll give it different is that it can actually be used in processing stuff. So
yeah. But who's gonna go through that process? Like right now, you got $1 million worth of gold. What you about to shave it down and use it for computer part? No. What you gonna do is take off little pieces and go.
Great point. Listen,
go buy groceries.
Maybe, if you got 100 million, yes, I'm about to start a new company where we're using satellites to do something with our gold. Like,
then you got to pay. But then you got to pay for the production, and you got to pay for shipment, and you got to get all that stuff secured.
How you gonna do it? You gonna sell your gold for Bitcoin?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Exactly. Sell your gold for Bitcoin to pay for the gold operations. That's what I'm saying. So
gold people call in today. Feel free to call in. We about to put
in
the chat.
I would love to debate with a gold person today.
Listen, I try to say we gotta get Peter Schiff on here for real. He's been doing a lot of media rounds too, so I know he has a new book or something out. So gotta get Peter Schiff on here.
I just want to give a shout out to the lady. She was a gold bug back in 2016. She refused to take my bet back when Bitcoin was $600 and gold was $1,500, I think, or $1,300. I said, Bitcoin will pass the price of gold. I bet you one Bitcoin. She wouldn't take it. The next time I saw her, Bitcoin was still below, but it hadn't been a year yet. And I was like, all right, well, I'll bet you Bitcoin's market cap will be past gold in 10 years. So we still got 5 more years to go, but we're on the way right now. We're accelerating towards it fast. So shout out to her. She's still a gold bug, and hopefully she changed her mind because she had a whole lot of gold, and that shit ain't go nowhere. Same price as 2016.
I do remember you back in those days when you said $600 Bitcoin. Like, I was like, oh, I shuddered because I was like, I remember you being like, I'm like, how much should we really put in this thing? You like, everything you got, all of it. Like, nah, but for real, like
everything you got.
Go crazy. Like, no, can't go crazy. But what are you thinking? This is like, no, go crazy. Oh man, good day. $600 Bitcoin. Haven't heard that in years, man. That was a good year. Those some good years right there, though.
Oh yeah,
Fun
2016.
times. Shout out to Poppy. All right, DJ, will the transfer value be hindered when crypto mining companies like Riot, Mara, and others start hoarding and less in circulation? Just a thought. So I get what you're saying. I don't think it's going to be hoarded to that extent anytime soon. And the reason being is because, again, we're talking about a global currency. So there are going to be people in different countries around the world that need crypto. A and B, even if they were to hold it, like they're gonna, like, even if it's digital, this is where it's gonna get dirty again. People are gonna come off of their crypto.
Oh yeah.
Like, you better be, what? Wars have been fought over everything. You think it's not gonna be fought over somebody getting hacked or something happened to somebody's Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, or just a country with a military but not crypto because they came to the game late, but still has a functioning military, and they have a neighboring country to them that has a bunch of Bitcoin? Like, hey, y'all gotta share something. So let's not forget bullets still exist in the world, in a serious note. So I don't think the transfer of value will be hindered to the point of, I'll say this, to the point of the accredited people, governments around the world, regulators. No, it won't be hindered to them. The mom and pop, the retail investor, the little guy or gal that they want to keep their foot on their neck, yes, I think it will be limited to that person for sure. Because that's the game plan. That's the game plan. So right now, the goal is always get over that hump. Get over that hump. So you're one of those people. It's not limited to you. You can always have access to it.
Yep.
And WGB hilarious said, "What is this? Brewster's Millions?" I had to go back and talk about it. That was funny. That was a classic movie.
Somebody said, "What about silver? Really? You really want to get into silver?" Let's look at silver real quick. Oh man, it was up here at $32. Look where we at now, 22. People, stop falling for these buying metals tricks and buying commodities and all this stuff. I mean, the price has gone up recently, but you got to understand, over a long enough time span, they all are starting to lose value because their whole goal is to store value. So if you have a better store value, the competition always wins, or the better competition always wins. So just want to put that out there. Do what you want, but I'm just telling you.
Silver?
Yeah, do what you want. But Bitcoin's compound annual growth of 200% is the best in U.S. history. So I don't know what you want to. You can keep buying silver if you want.
Chappie, silver. What you out here shooting werewolves and shit?
Yeah. Or something? And think about it like this. This is what I tell people. You're buying these assets as a store of value, right? Just in case in an emergency, you can cash it in for dollars, correct? The problem is, why would you want to try and cash it in if there was some sort of Armageddon? How are you going to do that? If the banks close down, where are you going to close? If you can't get in contact because the cell phones.
I have some silver shillings.
Hey, you need to sell my silver right now. Imagine all the volume of people trying to sell at the same time. Like, logistically, it just doesn't work. So the only way to win in that market to me is to be in it long time and be able to sell it during a cool down period, not when stuff goes wrong.
Unless silver is on the blockchain. All right, Chappie said, I bought stock in a company that mined Bitcoin and lost 95%, and it has lost 95% of its value. Do not buy those stocks unless you can confirm if they pay out dividends. All right, good thoughts on that, room. Appreciate it, Chappie. Satoshi Slim, that's what I'm saying. It's like Satoshi Slim says, very cool to see everything as it happens. Like, people, do you understand what we're witnessing right now? This is crazy. But I'm with you. We always get excited about that too. Bitcoin Benito, thank you for the tip. Said the U.S. government look at Brazil like, don't go. Oh yeah, you gotta sing that. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to ETFs. We approve you. That's. I thought you gotta sing that hook, man. I can't mess with that. Let's see. Raquanji said, I need a gem in the crypto and Alexander Lorenzo collab. You know Alexander Lorenzo?
I do not.
All right, we gotta check out who that is. Yeah. Let's make it happen. Assume Kotlish, thank you for the tip. Did you get any of that Spell King Magic Internet Money is the one? There it is. Oh, I think they're talking about the Magic. Yeah, we'll be talking about that here in a second, actually. We'll be talking about that in a second. Yeah, next story up. And after this, of course, we'll be putting the link into the chat. So feel free to call if you have any smoke. For those gold bugs and silver bugs out there, we definitely love to hear you.
I got some smoke. I got some smoke. Right now, we need to get the likes up. God damn it! That's what I got right now. What is going on?
No, they lurking, not liking for real.
Listening to the rivers and the lakes. Thank you.
Oh, Spell Token. I gotta check out Spell Token. All right. No, I didn't get Spell Token. Oh, Spell Crypto. You all did tell us about that. They had it in my thing. Let me see. I'm about to pull it up. Go ahead, Bitcoin Zay. The lights are slipping. I'm about to give me some juice. Let's get it going.
You messing up my concert, King. Don't go chasing all coins. Listen to the founders saying this shit about you. Nah, but I do want to shout out TLC for making a song that I, for years, had no clue what the hell they was talking about. But now it's relevant because we got niggas mining Bitcoin with waterfalls, baby. Let's get it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm hype off of the Chappelle special. I'm ready to get canceled.
So you know what? I was going to talk about that.
I can't wait.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't come on. It was a long day. I was running around. You know, I was in San Diego yesterday. I was in San Diego. I didn't get a chance to watch. I fell asleep last night, but it is on. Listen, I'm about to take me a nap and watch it today.
Yeah, exactly. You got to watch it. It's very cancelable, but of course, like I said, I can't wait. Go ahead. Every time somebody get canceled, they make another $1 billion.
All right. Technically, it's a Friday. Let's go ahead and look at this Spell Token. So Spell Token looks like it's on this pump right now. We didn't get a chance to look at this. What is this? What is it? What is Spell Token? What is this? I'm not seeing what it is. It usually has a little information about it. Am I not scrolling down further enough?
It looks like it's loading.
Okay, still loading.
Yeah. Yeah, they go to the markets right there.
No, but it doesn't have the, usually says what it is and everything. It just gives you a quick little synopsis. Well, I don't know, but what I do know is this number sucks. Listen, I know that scares me, but we will look into it for sure. We're gonna take a peek at it. It's pumping. Yep, it's pumping. So we'll take a peek at it, see what it does. I haven't seen that one yet, so I gotta check it out. Thank you for the tip, though. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you guys throw tips in there, and it's pretty good for a little minute. Crypto and Down says Heskin still ain't broke. Jams, you got a new channel name? What's going on? Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, hey, while we're taking this break, right before we talk about Shiba Inu, and again, today is FAWK Bitcoin Friday. So I'm about to put this link in the chat. Feel free to call in. Gold smoke, silver smoke, any smoke of any kind. Did we get something wrong? Let us know. Don't tweet us. Don't message us all day. Actually call in and show your bum ass on this camera. You think you're gonna get away here, okay, being a weirdo? No, we expose trolls. Come through, talk about it. We figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the link, putting the link in the box. But really quick, do want to look at Hex. I've been waiting. Jams, come holler at us, Jams. Actually call in. I've been wanting Jams to tell me what's going on with Hex. I poked it with a stick last week. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
It's that okay? Well, it recovered back to 40 cents, but it did have that little dip. So I don't know. I heard a 70% or 70-cent price point a few weeks ago. Jams, come holler at us and let us know what's going on with the project. All right, but seriously, let's go ahead and talk about Shiba Inu because people are going nuts on it again. As of recently, we just had the whole experience of people asking about Shiba Inu. Is this the coin to get? Is this the new X, Y, Z? Bitcoin, y'all just don't want people to make money. If you really want people to make money, you talking about Shiba Inu, right? Like,
oh, man. Get that bullshit out of here.
That's the best one. But Shiba Inu coin jumped 65% after Elon Musk tweets about his dog. That is right. After Elon Musk tweets about his dog. You gotta love irrational markets. The era of dog-related cryptocurrencies isn't over yet, especially when Elon Musk is involved, as this article says. On Wednesday, Business Insider reported a 65% surge in Shiba Inu coin SHIB after Musk tweeted a picture of his Shiba Inu puppy with the caption, "Floki front puppy." That is right. I love it. They have to be like crying themselves to sleep laughing after the moves that they pulled. But according to CoinGecko, Shiba Inu's coin value skyrocketed more than 222% or 220% in the past 7 days, and even managed to become one of the 20 biggest cryptocurrencies on the market with a market value of $9 billion. So really quick, here's the thing about these pumps and stuff. And again,
down 18%.
Right. So if you bought the masterclass, you should already know if I'm talking about this stuff, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Like straight up. And I'm talking about in the masterclass, I showed, what was the other coin? Dogecoin. You know, we talked about Dogecoin a little bit. And I show, you know, one of the plays I made on Dogecoin at the beginning of the year. Like, I know what I'm doing this. And I said because Shiba Inu, everybody's getting excited about it. For one, it didn't reach its last all-time high. So the people who bought at the top last time at 3,500 Satoshis essentially are 3562, about 3,500 Satoshis are still at a loss right now. And not only are they still at a loss right now, they're still going to be at a loss for a very long time. And here's why. What's the number of Bitcoins? I don't even know the number. The max supply, what is this number?
1 quadrillion.
So they have 1 quadrillion as a max supply, right? 1 quadrillion max supply. There's no projects built on top of it yet, right? I know people are always working on something. That's right. Whenever it's a bull cycle, they're always working on something. You should saw how crowded this club was during the bear market of 2018, 2019. Listen,
man, club was empty, baby.
Hey,
listen, there dancing.
That's why everybody know each other now.
I was all packed in here, and I can't wait to leave.
So they have no product being built on it. The total supply is abysmal. And then also just looking at, so I'm saying all that because the best thing you can have, you have nothing else going for it, is a store of value. But there isn't even a time lock to make it a store of value. Like, no, there's no reason to park your money in this when so many are circulating people. That's all I'm saying. So at best, what you can expect from Shiba, literally just go look at all the Dogecoin charts since Dogecoin has been invented and just put that down on the Shiba chart for the future right now. And that's literally what you can expect. So can you continue to get a pump out of it? Yes, I think Bitcoin, as I mentioned the other day, do you all realize how big this market cap has to be for it to go to $1 or even a penny, really? And not to say it can't happen. It can happen as a trickle down effect once Bitcoin hits 150,000, and yeah, maybe it will hit a penny. But how much Bitcoin would you have missed out on by then? So definitely want to point that out. And honestly, because this pump was really due to his tweet, I think that you might have already saw this short-term top here, people.
Yeah.
So
can I please explain what actually happened? Because people actually think that Elon Musk tweets and then people run to their computer and start buying stuff. No, there are social trackers, much like Cliff Highs, not as sophisticated, but web bots that can scan the net to see the sentiment for people about certain coins, certain people, certain things. Whenever buzzwords come up, there are bots that can trade for you based on the sentiment of social media, because they know if somebody very popular tweets out X, whatever coin, XYZ, looks like it's going to do numbers soon, they already have that socially tracked. Their bot sees that and they automatically buy it. That's why you'll see the tweet and then you'll see a 65% pump in less than an hour. You think people really had the time to run back to their computer, open it, log in, buy all at the same time, millions of people? No, people, it's bots. These bots follow Elon Musk. They follow whoever else is big that is tweeting about it, Mark Cuban, whoever. They follow the social media, they see what the sentiment is, and they make decisions based off of that. I've seen these bots do it personally. I've seen it happen. That's all this is. And then as soon as they sell, as soon as you get the interest, these are whales, as soon as you get the interest up, they sell, they drop it on your head, and there you go, 18% drop. As you can see, this chart is starting to look like Doge. Remember Dogecoin's chart? We said it looks like a heart monitor. It's literally up, down, up, down, up, down, pump and dump. That's all Shiba Inu is going to do. So yes, you can catch one of the pumps, but if you are buying it at this price, you are technically shooting yourself in the foot, because you might as well wait until it goes back down. It doesn't have any value, doesn't have any use case. But again, this is a shitcoin casino. There's no use case in a blackjack game either until you win, right? So do what you want. But that's what's actually happening, people. You're not faster than the bots. So stop thinking you're gonna catch the pump and do it. You are getting screwed over. They are dumping on your heads. They're laughing at you. I know, because I sat at dinner with some of these guys and they were laughing at you. And I was like, I feel I gotta let people know these people exist. So if you really want to know what's happening, that's what's happening. That's why every time he tweets about something flunky for purple, whatever he calls his dog, they have bots that can catch it, and then it goes from there. That's the real game.
I want to know how many bots does he have.
Exactly. How many bots can Elon Musk afford? Like, I mean,
hey, but I was gonna say, tell him how you really feel, Zay.
No, it's just that people really think that pumps happen because retail is the one doing it. No, it's whales with bots that as soon as somebody tweet, they pump it. You might catch the end of that pump, but then they're gonna dump on your head, and then your family won't have food next month. So
hilarious, but true. And what's even more true, I was telling Bitcoin Zay too. Like, so long story short, this guy, and I hope he's listening, the disrespect of these people. I take his 2 a.m. call for him to shill Shiba to me one night.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, are you on cocaine? And he's like, how can you be so disrespectful? But I'm like, because you're moving like it. Like, it is what it is. And I know your history, so it is what it is. Have me ape into it, right? And I'm not tripping, whatever. Because I'm like, you know what? This is a trust exercise. You know me, fine. All right. Haven't heard from the guy since then. Now, of course, I wasn't worried about it. I knew the plays on these things. And this is what I told Zay earlier, and this is what I kind of already knew. These type of coins have their pumps. As long as you brought it at the right price point and you made, so let's say the beginning, you can see this beginning pump. If you were to still purchase it, let's say over here at, I'm trying to get it together, it's a good number. Let's say at 15, it's 1,578 Satoshis. So let's say you purchase it about 1,580 Satoshis, right? The pump right now is still got you paid. So depending on when you purchased it, even though it dipped so aggressively after the first time at the 3,500, if you would have just held on, knowing that it will probably be another pump within months, whatever, boom, which we just had, you would have got your money back. So most people got out that way. But also, I would say right now, here's the issue with it now. People are starting to see it as this pump and dump thing. So more than likely, they're going to have to come up with something in the next 3 to 5 months. Was, oh, we got this thing also being released. I know it was one more token that they had attached to it. I'm assuming that's why they're going to do that token, is to bring more interest to the project. But essentially, unless there's another big news event, I don't think the next pump, at least the next short-term pump, is going to eclipse this one right now. Because Elon Musk just tested the Shiba Inu market. And I mean, yeah, again, that's why I didn't get excited at that. I was like, did it respond? Yes, but not really, because it didn't touch its old all-time high. Well, and it shouldn't, because there was no reason to.
Why they got these? I was gonna say, why they got these soft ass dogs as the reference? We should make one, King. The pit bull.
No, Rottweiler. You know me.
We get a Rottweiler coin. Yeah.
Foaming at the mouth.
Endorsed by Michael Vick. We gonna have it.
Endorsed by Michael Vick. You too scared. Marcus about it. Marcus be like, I got you on it.
Celebrity endorsement, baby.
But no, the other one I was gonna look at as a part of the project is Doge Killer. I mean, honestly, people, if you were going to look at this project, this would be the one to look at between the two. And the only reason I say that, because for this one, the total supply is only going to be 107,647. 107,647 tokens total. And is essentially running on the same Shiba Inu token or Shibu token network or whatever. So you get kind of more bang for your buck, but you can see this one suffered even more aggressively. And this, I do remember, the all-time high of this one back in May hit what, $8,000 almost, $7,600. And only retested just now up to, this one's a little bit lower. I saw a retest up to about $2,800. So this one though, again, the best chance for this to get its pump again is for the masses to start believing in Shibu and see this. And then, I mean, yeah, anywhere between a $6,000 to $8,000 range, go ahead and slide on out.
Yeah. That's either a 10x. That's either a 10x or it's going to zero.
Exactly. And I was going to say, that's what I have left in that, is why I still have it left in it, because I was like, yeah, you know what's up.
Exactly. You're the 1020x or it goes to zero and you just charge it to the game.
Hey, charge it to, it won't be the first. At least this L was attributed to myself and not to a scammer. So you can't be mad at that. All right. Again, we will put the link in the chat one more time. Feel free to call in with any smoke you have. We would love to hear what you got going on about gold, silver, or if you think we got something wrong, even though people only like to tell us we got things wrong via Twitter and messaging apps. They don't want to come on the actual show because they know they have to stand on. Like, all right, well, where's your facts?
Yeah, exactly. We got a lot of people that can type real hard. They got real nice fingers, but they can't speak. You know something weird about this generation, like 25 and under? Like, they can't talk. That's so weird.
Bro, you are right. I've been noticing. It's like
they speak words. I'm like, what happened? Do y'all not? I don't know. Conversations must have been very, very rare for younger people if everything is online. They can't talk. Speak words, bro.
As we got Jams, Jetson coming in, JG Wetworth, shout out to Jams, one of our in-house Hexagon warriors, I guess, or warrior Hexagons. Make sure you check us out also at thegymandthecrypto.com. Of course, click on Masterclass if you are interested in taking that Masterclass. I mean, again, we're still standing by this. People are still happy. And oh, speaking of which, Masterclass, we will be sending out the emails today. It will be announced on Twitter, and we will make sure everyone gets the link. But tomorrow is the next Q&A session for the Masterclass students. Actually, we are going to be doing it tomorrow. Was it October 9th? It will be at 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. Eastern. Again, that is the Q&A for the masterclass students. That email will go out today, and that's going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. And then, of course, tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, we'll also be having the No Name, the new show, No Name. Hey, it was like saying Candyman. Jam was like, hold on now. Hold on.
Hey,
what's going on, brother? How you been, man?
Baby. Pit bulls and parolees, baby.
That pit bull's looking good, man.
That's
How you
what I'm
been?
talking about, baby.
What we say? We ain't got no dojis. We got pit bulls, baby.
Got pit bulls, baby. Got pit bull coin.
That's exactly what we got.
How's
Hey,
everything
shout out to
been,
y'all,
Jams?
man.
What's going on?
Hey, I'm living the dream. I wanted to respond to you. I know Hex did not hit that 70 cents that I called, but there has been significant sell pressure. Richard has been on a world tour. The founder has been outside for the last 2 weeks, and them Hexicans been taking profits trying to keep up with them and get the inside track on the pulse chain.
I saw him in Europe with the Gucci suit on.
Exactly.
Fresh. I was like, yeah, that's what I say. He been on world tour for real.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Now, I appreciate it. That actually makes sense. So they all spend that money right now.
Oh shit, they didn't took profits finally. They ain't been able to go outside for a year and a half. Motherfuckers said, oh, I can hit the emergency in-stake button and actually get real cash. It works. But let's talk about Shiba for a second. I appreciate y'all actually walking the people through that. When I came on here the first time, y'all asked for 2 coins. I gave you Hex and Shiba. If they had a bought before the April dump, they could have made good money off of the Shiba call. Buying the October is like, come on, man, you already missed the play.
Well, no, I told Zay that this morning. I was like, low key, I had been sitting on the bag for a minute, so I wasn't tripping. Because like I said, I know markets. So it was just like, when I saw it yesterday, I was like, time to get out the project. Everything was a win. Can't say nothing. If I want to re-enter in about another month, once everything dies down, but I told you I don't fall in love.
Me either. And I didn't even wait for the Shiba swap. Like the money was there originally. We could have cashed out, got our play.
That is true. That's true.
Before the Shiba swap. And we wouldn't have been waiting on Twitter. We wouldn't have been looking for a Coinbase listing. None of that would have been important. I bought more t-shirts with my Shiba. And now I'm still, like I always say, staking it till I make it. I'm getting my passive income, getting paid. So the plays are out there. It's just, what game are you playing now? Now I'm playing the NFT game.
Well, yeah, let's talk about it. You believe in NFTs still? You're with it?
I'm playing the NFT game.
Yeah. What platforms are you using? What platforms do you like?
I enjoy OpenSea and Rarible, although OpenSea has its problems. My partner, Asherel, he's holding it down on the Solana blockchain. And so I'm focusing on the Ethereum NFTs, making sure that our collection can be put on Sandbox. And so I like OpenSea. I know they've had issues with, certain manipulators on the inside.
I was about to say something, but go ahead.
Yeah,
I think that's every platform, though, honestly. They just ain't found them or they ain't figured it out yet.
Disappearing NFTs have been happening now as well. And there's been some talks of restricting NFTs. It's been a lot of centralization going on surrounding NFTs and OpenSea on the underground right now. Because you remember those, what is it? I just emailed them actually for the NFTs we made as examples. Those things disappeared. So I know they don't house them there, but you can still pull them up with the address and everything. So it's just one of those things where, like, if you're not tech savvy, I can see this being an issue moving forward.
No, I agree, because I've actually had the scam where people are airdropping NFTs to my wallet. And if I mint with the bull that they want you to mint with, then you ultimately lose control of your wallet. So be careful that if you get sent a random NFT, do not mint the NFT that they are requesting you to mint, because if you do, you lose control of your wallet. So there are NFT scams out there, not only just the OpenSea manipulation of market, but actual Cosimo Medici, shout out to Snoop Dogg, scams that are happening. That's also happening to me. And when I see random airdrops of NFTs come into my wallet, first thing I do is confirm who the hell sent me this and why did they send it to me.
Yeah.
So NFTs, which is there any specific collections you're looking into?
I got a couple. So
here we go. All right, I like this. Here we go.
My favorite project right now is G Evils. It's an artist out of London, Kid 8 NFTs. G Evils have a floor of about 0.04 ETH, I believe it's sitting at. My second favorite project right now is Lost Boy NFT. Lost Boy NFT is coming out with Lost Girl NFT on an airdrop if you hold the Lost Boy. What comes after the Lost Girl? Lost Baby NFT. So by holding a Lost Boy, you're automatically going to receive a Lost Girl and a Lost Baby, which also entitles you to the copyright music rights, because each one of those NFTs come with a lo-fi track. So by buying one Lost Boy, you already get 2 more lo-fi copyright music tracks. Jan's putting y'all on game.
All right, there we go, folks. Hey, investment strategy in the next few weeks. I will say gems always come with the knowledge, and it does pay off. Speaking of NFT, Bitcoin Zay, you launching something out there right now, aren't you?
Yeah, so for the second book, I'll be gifting everybody who's bought the second book with a free NFT exclusive for Bitcoin and Black America purchasers. Again, it's only 10,000 books of the second available. I NFT'd it before NFTs became super popular, but I'm dropping a free NFT to everybody just because of the wait and the legal stuff that people had to wait for. So, yeah, I got my own stuff coming out, working with Rare Toshi. So working with Rare Toshi to get it on there so it can be on liquid Bitcoin as far as the payment layer.
There we go. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. All right, James, thanks for the heads up on the NFT talk, Hex talk, Shiba talk. Anything you want to leave us with? What else is out there going on?
I was going to say, last thing I'll leave y'all with, Pulse-Chain testnet is live. Richard has kept his word. The developers are continuing to do their thing. They're still honoring sacrifices at this point, which is crazy to me. The sacrifice is basically 50x from day 1 through 19. So if you did participate in that sacrifice phase, just wait. You're going to have a good Christmas, maybe a good New Year.
So how is it working as far as the airdrop though? Because aren't they airdropping everything you, like, how's that working? Everything you had in your wallet at the time, or is it a snapshot or what?
So there will be a fork or a snapshot, and it has, the date has not been announced. Honestly, if I was Richard, I wouldn't even announce the date, because people are going to load up on ERC20s and basically call the Ethereum network, making your fork more difficult. So,
but it doesn't matter which wallet you're using it in, correct?
As long as it's a self-custody wallet, as long as you got your keys and that is where your ERC20 sit, then you can put those keys into MetaMask or whatever wallet that is able on the Pulse chain. So I'm going to use MetaMask, and put your keys, toggle into the Pulse chain, and all of your PRC20s will be there, your Pulse chain versions. So I can't wait to double up my Hex bag. I can't wait to double up my Chainlink bag. Oh, damn, I might get my synthetics too. Oh, man.
Are you saying you're selling a lot?
No, ain't time to sell, because I got my Pulse chain bag that I'm getting.
No, I'm saying once it drops.
No, like what I mean by that is, like, I'm not selling my Pulse chain. So I'm getting free Hex due to my duplicates. I've sacrificed to get my Pulse tokens. So those I'm going to stake immediately.
So you're keeping your Pulse chain tokens.
I'm delegating those to the first validator, the first node. As soon as somebody says they're paying 7% interest, my Pulse chain tokens are going right to that validator. I'm delegating them day 1.
What if you could already make, you say 7% interest. What if by selling the day of, you can increase your portfolio 30 to 50%?
I'm already up 50x from my sacrifice.
So you're not getting greedy. You just say you're good.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm already up, like I'm up 50x from the sacrifice point just today, and the coin hasn't even launched. So the day that the coin launches, we might be up 100x from our sacrifice point. I don't really want to take profits because I have the Hex bag that I could take profits from. So it's like, hold on to your Pulse. It's like selling Ethereum day 1. That's probably not a good idea. Or selling your Bitcoin like day 1. Like, hold on to those. Like, sell the Hex, don't sell the Pulse, because there are miners out there who.
All right, we got James in here giving you some more plays. Much appreciated, James. As always, thanks for coming through. And thank you for the tip as well, my man.
Hey, got you always.
Hey, you're right. I know you got a 50X. Hey, much appreciate that. Hexagon still ain't broke, y'all. Jam said it here.
Hey,
Look,
love y'all, man. Peace, peace.
looking like $1 million, my man. Take care. Christian Noesi said BV drop. Yes, the BV drop just happened. I think it was like Marvel Comics. So yeah, you are right about that. Satoshi Slim said the masterclass just keeps on giving. Hey, much appreciated. Let's see. Alec G said Jams got the fresh retwist. I see you, boy. Exactly. Hey, Jams rolling in that crypto right now. It's all good. Let's see. Chappie said, a video about bots doing buying. And, we actually still have the Crypto Hopper bot instruction video on our channel, folks. Bitcoins, they made that years ago. Yep. And it's still on the channel if you want to check it out. Let's see. Willie Fails, thank you for the tips. A great morning. Keep doing what you do. Do you feel this bear market will be less severe than the 2018 to 2020 bear market? I think it would be less severe as far as time for me personally. Like, it won't go 2 years, but I think it would be just as severe as far as like, if we hit 100, let's say we get to 150K, like we about to drop down to 90, 85. Like,
60. I think we go to 65.
Yeah.
The former all-time high. We always go back down to the former all-time high.
So that's what it's going to be right there. Other than that, don't look like other folks are calling in right now. Again, if you had anything for us, feel free to call in and let us know. But if not, last couple of quick announcements. Again, I want to give a shout out to Crypto Vantage, cryptovantage.com, a free news and educational resource to where you can find all your stuff that you want to learn about in cryptocurrency. Again, it is a great solution. If you don't want to buy the masterclass right now, if you can't afford it, wherever the issue is, you can go to cryptovantage.com. We partner with them where they're giving you just as much free information on their channel as well, on their platform as well. Also, let's not forget, again, for those masterclass students, tomorrow, we'll be sending the emails out tonight and tomorrow morning, but tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, we will have another Q&A for all those masterclass students that sign up. So if you signed up for any course on the masterclass, and of course you click, make sure you check the box to accept emails from Teachable so you can get it. You'll get those emails for the Q&A tomorrow. And last but not least, our new show, No Name, will be tonight as well. At 8 o'clock, we see if Zay I can hold up a little bit longer. But that show will be tonight at, I said 8 o'clock, excuse me, at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, we will tweet all this out too. So be on the lookout throughout the day. Bitcoin Zay, do you have anything?
No, nothing for me. Just want to say I just bought a whole bunch of NFTs websites. And so be on the lookout for that. So that's still coming.
There it is. There it is. Other than that, make sure you smash that like and share, and we will see you all tonight, actually, with some